Greetings YouTube and welcome back to another vlog. It's been a while, hasn't it? But I've had to deal with a lot of stuff going on. So anyway, how is everyone doing? I hope you're all doing well. I've not been too bad, but I had to improve on a few things and I've had to deal with other stuff before making videos. But I've been watching all of your stuff, so don't you worry. Well, I'm trying to because I've only just come back off my holiday. But I came back yesterday, still a bit tired, and I was that tired last night. I was in bed for a good 12 hours, honestly. But yeah, I enjoyed the trip away to Llandudno in Wales, but it absolutely knocked me for six. So yeah, I had a good sleep last night. Still feel a bit tired, but that's to be expected because you're back to you have to go back to your normal routine. Yeah, because when you're on holiday, you just do whatever you want. You eat crap food, you drink. I don't know, you just look at all the shops. Even though I will say, London no isn't the place as it once was. That could be said with most seaside resorts. So yeah, so I'll tell you a bit about my holiday. I've got some pickups as well. I bought a few stuff whilst I was there, and there are a few items I got before I went away. So yeah, so I'll say how the holiday was. So yeah, I got there on the Friday afternoon. Yeah, the weather on the Friday morning was absolutely terrible, but honestly, as the day got on, it became less cold. So it wasn't too bad though. On the Friday, I just got my suitcase and just emptied it in the room, and then had a little bit of a wander and had a couple of drinks. So that was really it. But yeah, the Saturday, yeah, the weather was really nice on the Saturday, nice and sunny, and it wasn't too cold, surprisingly, because on the Friday it was a little bit cool because on the Thursday before it was snowing, and I thought, oh no, the roads are going to be treacherous getting there, but most of all of the snow had thawed out by that point, so it wasn't too bad. So yeah, I mean, on the Friday I didn't go to London straight away, just stopped off at Rill for a little break. A quick grab to eat and a quick piss. Yeah, you need to. Yeah, trying to hold the peeing for that long though is just impossible sometimes. Yeah, but yeah, on the Saturday when we were in London, no, though, the weather was very nice. It was sunny all day, and it wasn't even that cold at all. I think it was a little bit nippy in the morning, but you know what? I think you'd expect it. And yeah, I spent most of Saturday spending money in the shops. And of course, I went to the amusements. I mean, who doesn't go to the amusements when they're on holiday? I know I always have done. I don't know why it's a tradition. We've all been doing that since family. I know a lot of people disapprove of the amusements because oh yeah, it takes your money. Yeah, but if you got a lot of useless cash that you're not going to spend, why not use it? Why not use it like the 2p slots? Yeah, I mean, there's no point because some places don't accept 10p's or stuff like that, so you might as well just use them up. And I tell you what's expensive though, toilets. Yeah, I mean the toilets. So there's public toilets. Yeah, cost 50p to use one of them in London. No, 50 fucking p. Like yeah, you can get to fuck. And sometimes the doors don't open, and then you have the ones where it spits your 50p's out. And even doing the trick where you scratch the coin slightly to see if that works, nah, doesn't cut it. But yeah, I mean, it was a nice holiday and everything. And then on the Sunday, which was the final day, oh my god, it was absolutely fucking bitter. I mean, on the Friday and Saturday wasn't too bad, but the Sunday there was a cold a breeze. It didn't matter where you stood, you were freezing your tits off, and on the Sunday night, it was that cold. I ended up just staying in the hotel, in the downstairs bar area, because yeah, I thought going out there when the wind was bitter. So yeah, And for those who are wondering which hotel I stayed at, it wasn't the Grand Hotel. I mean, if you haven't seen the Grand Hotel in Llandudno, um, to say 40 Towers is a 5-star hotel compared to that, it is far too generous. I didn't stay at that place, nor would I. And yeah, I was talking to a few people who did stay there, and he said, yeah, a lot of them said that we're not going back there again. So a few end up leaving leaving that hotel and might just stay elsewhere. So yeah, you end up talking to the locals who are mostly friendly. And then I know you always talk to people and you say, "Oh, where are you from?" I'm like, "Oh yeah, I'm from Widnes." And he's like, "Oh, we're from Liverpool. We're not too far away." Always happens when you're on holiday. You always bump into people who live about 10, 15 minutes away from you. It's absolutely insane. So yeah, I mean, and then on the Saturday, we got on Saturday because the Six Nations were on, yeah, the rugby with, and of course England were playing Wales, so the pubs were absolutely crowded. So yeah, not really a surprise there, but yeah, I know it wasn't a great game of rugby. Neither England or Wales were the usual selves. I mean, England were losing in the first half, but they came from behind and won just about 16-14. Yeah, and it was fun. Though I think someone had a few too many drinks and he started getting rowdy, and yeah, for whatever reason, he decided to take the frustrations out on the best friend or a friend. I don't know why, but yeah, nothing to do with me. So sad that. But yeah, Llandudno just isn't the same as it was, like most seaside towns. A lot of the old shops are now gone, and then you got these like Turkish barbers, vape shops, and all that lot. That's not a seaside thing. I mean, I know some people say, "Oh yeah, yeah." What was I gonna say? Some people say, "No, oh yeah, it's a bit shit." I wouldn't go that far, but definitely not what it once was. To be fair, I mean, there's still some really good restaurants like your fish and chips, and yeah, your usual takeouts. But yeah, but then we go back to the Sunday. Sorry if I keep going from one thing to another. I didn't plan this particularly well. Do I plan these vlogs properly? Do I fuck? But yeah, yeah. On the Sunday, do like there was like a race. Yeah, they did like a run where yeah it starts from like the promenade, and then you have to run all the way around the Great Orme, which is this massive like what's it's not exactly a mountain, is it? But it's a massive fuck off hill, which is like it's got a quite a steep gradient. So yeah, so just it goes from the front of Llandudno to the back. I think yeah, West Shore. And yeah, I don't know how people were doing that in that weather. It was absolutely fucking cold on the Sunday. And yeah, it was a bit cold yesterday when we got back home. So yeah, we had to adjust the heating a bit. So yeah, but yeah, there's always some mad people about it may be freezing cold, but there's always some knobhead in just a t-shirt and shorts. Yeah, there's always one. There always has to be one prick this time of year in just a t-shirt and shorts. But they wear a fucking puffer jacket come a heat wave. I mean, I don't know. And then speaking of inappropriate clothing, I mean, there's like we've seen like these scantily clad like women, like yeah, they just put like a blouse on, and then they have to wear like this tight I know they wear like a tight vest so you can see their tits. I'm like, no, thank you. It's a bit cold for that. Yeah, they don't call it nippy for nothing. So yeah. But it's absolutely mad. Then you had like people, coming from all kinds of places. Like we talking to people from Scotland, you name it. But it was a fun time. I will say it. Not the same as it was. And would I go back to London now again? Probably not for a long while, to be fair. But yeah, it was a fun holiday. Just a bit tired. So yeah, everything should be back to normal well, things should be back to normal very soon. I'm still sorting some of the stuff out from the suitcase. I haven't packed all of my clothes away. Oh yeah, but the hotel I did stay at, yeah, I saved up quite a bit of money for it. It's a hotel called the St. George, which is one of the hotels on the promenade. It's a 4-star hotel, and the room that I got was absolutely gorgeous. It really was. Yeah, it was on the top floor and it had like a balcony view. I mean, obviously, because it's one of the posher hotels, and with the locations like you do have to pay a bit extra, but it's well worth it. Though to be fair, all the rooms look really nice. Yeah, and obviously, yeah, you couldn't have asked for better service. I'll be honest with you. Yeah, one person who stayed at the Grand Hotel, that one that's owned by Britannia, they said that the people there are foreign and they are really rude. But I know, saying that it's Britannia, enough said about them. But yeah, that's a debate I don't want to go into. So I think I will, I think I will leave it at that. So yeah. Anyway, I will move on to the pickups. So yeah, I mean, how many DVD? They're all DVDs, they're all films. I'm just gonna see how many I've got here. I think I've got 11. I'll just quickly go through them. Yeah, 11. Yeah, so they're all DVDs, all films. 7 of them are Alfred Hitchcock films. Yeah, I'm trying to get as many of his films as I can. I mean, I'm not gonna try and get every single film of his, but I don't know. There's always a few that I want to try and get. So yeah, well, should I get the Alfred Hitchcock stuff out of the way, or should I do the other DVDs? I think I'll do Alfred Hitchcock. So yeah, the first film though is the 39 Steps from 1935. And yeah, I mean, this film was remade as well in the 70s and it wasn't as good. But yeah, absolutely fantastic. I mean, obviously, I know it may be one of Hitchcock's earlier films, but this is an absolute classic. I do think his films got even greater throughout time, but as I say, he was still fairly new at producing films and directing them at that moment. So yeah, I haven't watched that film in a long while. Sorry if I seem a bit all over the place. I'm still getting used to it. I'm still a bit tired from the holidays, so there we go. Next we've got Stage Fright. I'm not sure if I have seen this film before or not. I can't remember, but I think I'll enjoy giving it a good watch. And this one is from 1950. So yeah, I'm not really talking much about the film because honestly I can't remember if I've seen it or not. Strangers on the Train. This is one I have seen, and I've seen this one quite a bunch. So I'm just having a look for the back. Though to be fair, the camera, the camera just isn't focusing today. Nah, it's not focusing. Fuck it. I'm sorry about that. Yeah. Then we've got I Confess from 1953. I've actually never seen this one before, so I can't make a judgment on it. So yeah, I'll just go for a quick look. Yeah, it says in Alfred Hitchcock's I Confess, Father Michael Logan, played by Montgomery Clift, apparently a model of well, I can't read it. I'll just clerical PT. I probably butchered that word. Yeah, here's of the killer's confession. Eyewitnesses point to a priest as the murderer, and the sacrament of penance forbids Logan to speak out, even in his own defense, when circumstantial evidence targets Logan as the prime suspect. So yeah, I'll probably give this one a watch at some point. I've never even watched it before, but I do know of it. Dial M for Murder. I'm pretty sure everyone who's an Alfred Hitchcock fan has seen this film quite a bunch. I mean, I know I have. Absolutely fantastic, brilliant film. So yeah, what year is this one? 1954. So yeah, it's one of the best Hitchcock films ever made. I don't want to spoil it for everyone who hasn't seen it, but you know what? I can't wait to give it a good watch. And now we've got another one. This time we're in 1956, and it's a film starring Henry Fonda, and it is The Wrong Man, which I have not watched in a very long time. Yeah, I know he's in one of my top 5 favorite films of all time, which is 12 Angry Men. Yeah, it says there, The Wrong Man is unlike any other Alfred Hitchcock movie. The story packs tension, the images are spellbinding, and the dilemma genuinely frightening. But this time the master of suspense dramatizes the harrowing true experience of a man tried for crimes committed by a lookalike robber. Henry Fonda plays musician Mari Ballestero. Yeah, probably butchered that surname. I do apologize. Or Ballestero. Yeah, that sounds a bit better. A man full of visible but unspoken rage at his wrongful arrest. Vera Miles is his distraught wife Rose. Daughter wife, what the fuck am I on about? Distraught wife Rose, driven to madness by the ordeal, and the right man to bring the unsettling facts of the case to vivid screen life with documentary precision is Hitchcock. So yeah, this is an absolutely phenomenal film. I absolutely love it. And then the last Alfred Hitchcock film I have, probably his most famous film, or one of them, definitely. And the fact that I didn't have this film until now is disgusting, but I had to. Yeah, North by Northwest. I mean, who hasn't seen this film? Let's be honest with you, who hasn't seen this film at all? Yeah, yeah, great film with Cary Grant. Yeah, yeah. Roger Thornhill is not a spy, and he's certainly no murderer. Nevertheless, Thornhill's a wanted man. Enemy agents want him dead. The police want him arrested, and a cool, mysterious blonde, played by Eva Marie Saint, just one, just plain wants him. A victim of a mistaken identity, Thornhill can't afford to make any mistakes of his own, so he embarks on a death-defying run for his life, relentlessly pursued by plane, train, and automobile. Thornhill's cross-country chase finally ends atop Mount Rushmore, where if he doesn't watch his step, he could be in for a terrible fall. Which, yeah, absolutely fucking amazing film. I don't know, I just love it. It's my second favorite Hitchcock film of all time, behind Psycho. But yeah, I've watched this film more times than you can imagine. Whenever it's on TV, I watch it. But yeah, it's disgusting that it's took me this long to even buy the film. It took me that long. I just can't believe it. Jesus Christ. So yeah, so they're the Alfred Hitchcock stuff. So now we got like the other DVDs. So yeah, these ones were bought when I was in Llandudno. The Hitchcock ones weren't. They were bought previously. So yeah, what films do we have here? Yeah. So yeah, the first film I have in this pile, which like there's 4 films. Yeah, just I'm not exactly getting them in any order. Just I think I'll just do them yearly when they came out. So yeah. So we've got Monty Python's The Meaning of Life, which I mean, is it the best Monty Python film? No, I still prefer Life of Brian and Time Bandits, but I mean this one is still pretty damn funny. I mean, not as funny as the other two, but is still pretty good. So yeah, we'll quick look at the back. Yeah, I'm sorry for like the lighting behind me. I can't do anything about it. But the thing is, it's really dull out there. But on camera, it looks a lot brighter. So yeah, it says that yeah, those six pandemonium mad pythons are back with the craziest adventure yet. It is a bit crazy. There's no lying about that. John Cleese, Graham Chapman, Terry Jones, Eric Idle, Terry Gilligan, and Michael Palin have returned to explain the meaning of life. These naughty Britons offered their usual tasteful sketches involving her favourite bodily parts and functions, the wonders of war, the miracle of birth, and a special preview of what's waiting for us. Nothing is too scared, nothing is too sacred for the probing Python crew. After seeing them in action, you'll never look at life in quite the same way again. But yeah, it is quite a funny film. I mean, it's a bit out there, and I don't know, a little bit. I don't know, a bit lackluster in places, but still pretty funny. Yeah, but I mean, my favorite scene in that is the man where he just keeps eating it, and yeah, his stomach like he explodes his stomach and everything just goes everywhere though. But it's quite funny that as well. But like I say, it's not the best film, but I still recommend it. Oh yeah, and now we've got I'm trying. I need to drop me fucking DVDs then. So yeah, we're going to 1987 for this, or is it 86? Yeah, it says 86 there. But yeah, we have got Rita Sue and Bob too. And I've been trying to look for this film for ages. It's not an easy DVD to get a hold of, but yeah, when I found it, I was really happy about it. I really was. Oh yeah, it's one of those ones where you have to like turn it to its side. But yeah, Rita Sue and Bob too. One of the best British films ever made. I absolutely love this film. Yeah, so on it says Bradford teenagers Rita and Sue regularly babysit for successful suburban trees Bob and Michelle, whose comfortable lifestyle is in striking contrast to their own bleak existence. One evening when Bob is taking them home, he suggests a detour to the moors. Impressed by his flashy car and worldly ways, the girls are smooth talking into a three-way sexual relationship that becomes very much part of their lives. At first, it's a bit of a laugh, but people are quick to point the finger, and the affair is soon out in the open. A morally ambiguous, bawdy British comedy, which it is. I know, honestly, it's one of those films you don't really get any more British than that. And some of the lines in it are just absolutely fantastic. Yeah, like one of them's like, "Oh, yeah, just make your fucking tea." Yeah, there's some really funny stuff in it. I mean, if you haven't watched this film, I think you should. It's one of those ones that it just it just shows you what a British film's like, and yeah, it's one of the better ones. For being honest with you, top 20 film for me. So yeah, so we're now on to the last two DVDs, and we've got Beavis and Butthead Do America. Now, believe it or not, I don't like Beavis and Butthead. I've never been the biggest fan of them. Yeah, I absolutely love this film. I honestly have no clue why. I think this is a really, really funny film with, well, obviously Beavis and Butthead. I don't know what it is. I just couldn't get into the TV show or anything like that. But this film just made me laugh. So yeah, yeah, just have a little look again. Um, our intrepid I can't speak today. What the hell was that? Oh, I know it was. I didn't even put the lid on properly on my coke. I was like, what the hell's that whistling noise? Make sure I put the lid on properly this time. But it's those horrible screw caps instead of like the proper like lids where you just take them off. So yeah, let's get back to reading this. Our intrepid adolescent heroes wake up to find their beloved television stolen. and embark on an epic journey across America to recover it. And who knows, maybe even score. On the way, they encounter a murderous smuggler of a deadly virus and his treacherous wife, an FBI agent with uh, yeah, with a cavid. Uh, I can't. There's some words I just can't read because some of them are too fucking fancy. I don't do that, so I'm just gonna butcher it. So they encounter a murderous smuggler of a deadly virus and his treacherous wife, an FBI agent with a predel- predilection of crafty searches. Yeah, I'm not pronouncing that word again. Yeah, a couple of rather familiar looking ex Motley Crue roadies, Mr. Van Drissing, singing Lesbian Seagull, an old lady, and of course Mr. Anderson and his trailer. Can the great Cojonio save the day? And yeah, this is a really good film though. I mean, one of the things I remember the most about it is, of course, the Red Hot Chili Peppers, of course, Roller Coaster Love. Yeah, where I see them, where I see those two on the roller coaster. I don't know, it just brings back some happy memories when I watched that film as a kid. So yeah. And last but not least, a comedy film from 2004. And I think this film is quite underrated. I mean, I think it's underrated anyway, even though that word is probably overrated, in all honesty. But yeah, we have got Napoleon Dynamite. Yeah, I first watched this film about, I don't know, probably 2007 or something like that. But yeah, I was introduced to this film by my brother, and I don't know, I just never actually had this film on DVD until now. So yeah, I mean, this cost me 50p. Well worth it. So yeah, it says that Napoleon Dynamite is the new kind of hero, complete with tight throw sweet moon boots and skills that can't be topped. Napoleon spends his days drawing mystical beast, duking it out with his brother Kip, and avoiding his scheming Uncle Rico. When two new friends enter Napoleon's life, Shy Deb and Mustachioed Pedro, the trio launch a campaign to elect Pedro for class president and make it the students' body's wildest dreams come true. But if Pedro is the beat stuck up summer, Napoleon will have to unleash his secret weapon. Yeah, this is an absolutely hilarious comedy film, and I mean, like I say, if you've not watched it, it is funny though. I mean, if you like high school films, then you will certainly enjoy that. I think it's one of the better ones, better comedy films based in that settlement. So yeah, I did. So I did enjoy my holiday, and that is why I like going on holiday sometimes because you usually find some good stuff in the charity shops. Not all the time, but whenever you do find something good, it's always a pleasure. Give you a bit of a buzz, an adrenaline rush. You want to find more stuff, but ultimately usually find the usual shit like fitness DVDs. Oh yeah, Davina McCall and I don't know, some dried up singer like Mel C or Mel B, whichever one it is from Spice Girls. Both dried up as fuck. But yeah, but I will say I will talk a bit more about my holiday. I know every time you go on holiday, you always see like kids falling over, tripping over themselves because they're too busy running around in the busy street, and then you're like, then what surprise you usually cry. But then you have like some parents like shouting at them saying like, "Look, where you bloody going?" Yeah, I mean one of them even told them to look the effing going. It was quite funny actually. But yeah, I know. I think it was either actually it was on the Saturday. I think it was. Yeah, so some old woman had a nasty fall. Yeah, she was in a terrible state, but thankfully she was with her family. But yeah, she was in a terrible state, and yeah, because of how bad her leg was, they had to call for an ambulance. Yeah, so obviously I tried to help, and Yeah, what happened was they tried calling for an ambulance, and he said that the ambulance wait is 6 hours long. That's disgraceful. So yeah, I can imagine that was a very stressful time for them. I was going to use another word, but I just couldn't think what it was. But yeah, very stressful for the poor lady. Hopefully she's better. But yeah, they said the ambulance would be 6 hours long. And the family's like, no, we're not waiting that long. We're going to try and take her to the hospital ourselves. I mean, they shouldn't have to, but unfortunately, yeah, it is what it is. So yeah, whilst I was away, yeah, there was like obviously there was the football. Liverpool, my team beat Burnley 3-1, but obviously we had to do it the hard way because we had to make Burnley equalise, and they gave us so many problems. And that's it. Liverpool were not even playing at their best, but we still got the job done in the end. Um, then we had Arsenal hammering West Ham 6-0, which I was not expecting, to be honest with you. I mean, West Ham did beat Arsenal just before Christmas 2-0 at the Emirates, but Arsenal got the revenge and they absolutely smacked West Ham. They absolutely destroyed them in their own stadium as well. So, yeah, it didn't go very well for them at all. Yeah, and their former player Declan Rice scored the sixth goal for Arsenal. But yeah, fair play to the lad. He didn't celebrate because he's a West Ham fan through and through. He of course left them to go to Arsenal in the summer. Uh, United just about beat Aston Villa 2-1. I mean, Villa are having a bit of a blip at the moment, but the thing is, Man United, they're not the team they were. Um, Man City beat Everton 2-0. But yeah, it took them until the 80th minute to actually score. And I was expecting like a 4 or 5-0 to City quite easily, but yeah, it just doesn't work. But yeah, they absolutely frustrated City Everton most of the game. But yeah, Sheffield United, wow, they absolutely stunned Luton Town. Yeah, a 3-1 win. Not just that, a 3-1 away win against them, which was Sheffield United's first away win of the season. And yeah, they have been, yeah, for those who've been watching Sheffield United, they've been absolutely shocking. Though to be fair, they're one of those teams that they overachieved last year in the Championship, and obviously they're finding life in the Premier League extremely challenging. I know they've appointed their manager back, though, Chris Wilder, who of course he resigned from Sheffield United a few seasons ago when they were relegated from the Premier League after they finished ninth the previous season, which was just mad. But yeah, it's just ridiculous. Some interest in the games of football. I think there was one championship game where I think it was like Southampton 5, Huddersfield Town 3. Yeah, absolutely insane. Some interesting results. Probably not the results that I would have expected, but you know what? There's always some. I always like a good, entertaining game of football, and I enjoy sometimes the underdog giving it a good go. And sometimes they play better than the big teams, but sometimes the big teams end up somehow winning because the referee's giving them fucking head like that. But yeah, it feels like that. And Bayer Leverkusen beat Bayern Munich 3-0. So depending on what happens, Bayer Leverkusen uh, could stop Munich's dominance in the Bundesliga because they've won the title for. I think they won like 10 league titles in a row. I mean, it's still. I mean, the season's not over yet, but if Leverkusen keep this incredible form going, you never know. They could win a Bundesliga title. Have they ever won the Bundesliga? I don't know, but I know in 2002 they missed out on the title on the last day because they fucked up. The title went to Dortmund. They lost the Pokal, which is like the Germans' equivalent to the FA Cup. They lost the final to that, and then they lost the Champions League final to Real Madrid. But I know in that game for Bayer Leverkusen in 2002, the Champions League final, Michael Ballack, who of course he ended up playing for Bayern Munich and Chelsea, he made one of the biggest mistakes, touching the Champions League trophy before the game kicked off. And if you do that, apparently that is a bad omen, and it was not good, not good for them though. Honestly, that would have been a massive shock then. But yeah, we all know in 2002, yeah, finished 2-1 to Madrid with possibly one of the greatest goals from Zinedine Zidane. I mean, if you know, you know. But yeah, it's just been mad. I mean, obviously, I watched the rugby in the Wales because I mean, you'd be mad not to. It's the Six Nations, and that's it. I mean, I do enjoy rugby union, but I prefer rugby union when it's like the international teams. But rugby league, yeah, it has to be like your league teams like St. Helens, which is who I support. So yeah, that. But yeah, one thing that always bugs me about hotels, yeah, particularly hotel bedrooms, why are they always too fucking hot? Why are they too hot? You can barely sleep at night time. You end up sweating in places where you never knew you could actually sweat. Yeah. But the problem is where our room was. If I opened the window, it'd be freezing because it's like right on the seafront. Absolutely freezing. But yeah, it was a nice quiet time. So yeah, so I got back yesterday afternoon, and then I went bed early last night. I was so tired. I'm still a bit knackered now, but am I as tired as I was yesterday? No, but I'm not bad. But I'm still bloody tired. If you know, you know. So yeah. So have I got anything else to talk about? Oh yeah, I've got a few things to talk about YouTube. So I'll briefly get them out of the way. What is it with fucking bot comments? Like, oh, they just take up chunks. Yeah, bot comments where they just use like pictures of they use like pictures like porn stars or like scantily clad women in like inappropriate clothing. Yeah, and they have like the most robotic comments ever. Like, oh yeah, your content is like elegant, yeah, thought provoking, and yeah, it makes my day and all that lot. They always come up with like the most like poshest words good, which most people don't even use in conversation, at least most normal people. It's like, it just gets my nerves. YouTube doesn't fucking remove them at all. They don't. But guess what they do? They remove comments that come across as like snidey or whatever, sarcastic comments. Oh yeah, they get deleted. Yeah, so you can't have a comment. You're not allowed to comment because they might think it's offensive. Yeah, but what about bot accounts who could potentially hack your fucking accounts? Yeah, they don't get anything. And the sad thing is, there are some people who like it and then replying to them thinking that they're legit comments. And then they're going into live streams and you have to like block them. I mean, if you're a moderator or if you're the host, of course, who's doing the streams, it gets on my absolute nerves. And some people get pretty much into thinking they're legit comments. I mean, most aren't, but there's a few out there who are a bit fake. Let's be honest with you. I'll just call it how it is. They're a bit fucking fake, and it just absolutely gets on my absolute nerves. So stop it. And what else? I don't know what else is going on YouTube. Oh yeah, I've also had to unsub from a few people because guess what? Some are doing. Yeah, and we're talking about small channels who are big in themselves or pretending to be big and mighty when they're not. And then they start like begging for subscribers. Oh yeah, would you please sub to my channel? It really helps. Well, it's up to the individual if they want to sub to your channel. If you're going to start begging like a fucking baby, no one's interested. Just let them figure it out for themselves. And then like there's ones like, oh yeah, you can go to my shop and all that lot. I mean, I haven't got a problem with promotion. Just don't do it in a sleazy manner. I've we don't want to buy a £40 t-shirt with your fucking name on. I mean, if people want to spend money on that, then that's their choice. But yeah, my money is best spent on something else. Yeah, it just does my head. Oh yeah, please sub to my channel. oh yeah, it really helps the algorithm. Let people figure it out for themselves. And I'm just sick and tired of people like whining and begging for subs, especially when they don't need them. Just be yourself. Don't pretend to be something that you're just not, because people can see through it. I mean, unless you're a thicko. But oh my god, why are people so fucking? I don't know. Why are people so greedy these days? I mean, I'm not greedy. If I want to, I mean, if I want something, I go and save up for it myself. If I have enough money for it, I don't beg for people to buy me stuff, which is happened for. And they have like these. I mean, there's something like ASMR channels that'll do this as well, and it's usually usually some tart. I mean, that's the only way I can describe it. Then simps will gladly pay for them. I mean, no, your money is best spent using it wisely. Don't just use your money for the sake of it. If you got if you got money, you use it properly. But I mean, we see people like spend money on like stuff that they don't need and that they'll never get back. And one thing as well, on some channels, they will not reply to your comments unless it's a super chat. I noticed that on some of the streams I go to. If you're not a super chat, they won't read your comment. You have to pay for people to read your comment, which is annoying. Like I say, you just I mean, unless they're doing something for the community, that's not too bad. That annoys me a lot less. But I say if you're just doing it for greed, and if you're just ignoring the other comments and only interested in super chat, then I don't know. Clearly, you don't care. You don't care about anyone else unless you get your money. But I mean, obviously, if they don't get like the full £2, they probably get a lot less because most of the money will go to YouTube. But it's not the point, though, is it? People shouldn't have to pay to get their comment read out. I know what doesn't help is sometimes when it's like a busy like chat, they don't put like the slow chat on, so it gives them more time to read the comments. Yeah, and what another thing that annoys me though on streams, some people reply to you, they give you like the most vilest comments out there. Do they get deleted? Of course they don't. See it, but when you sarcastically reply back to them, it's your comment that gets disappeared. They delete your comment for being sarcastic. What? So it's alright for someone to so it's alright for someone to tell you to die of something or whatever. So they have no problem with that. But when you tell them like, okay, haha, very funny. Yeah, you get blocked. Like, what the hell's that about? I haven't. It's just stupid. What else? What else annoys me on YouTube though? I mean, I mentioned about like shorts where people are posting shorts that have got fuck all to do with their channel, and then they start like posting random crap so that they can boost the algorithm and get more people to sub to channels. Just be yourself. Let people just be yourself. Don't pretend to be something that you're not. Just be yourself. Have fun. If you're not in it for fun, I suggest not making a YouTube channel. Just do it as a hobby. If you're doing it as a job, then that's fine. But honestly, you're sacrificing your own enjoyment for money and clicks and all that lot. But yeah, most people who I watch on YouTube are not like that. It's just a very small minority. I hate having to unsub from people because there are some people out there who I do like and they mean well, but I don't. Some I've just seen change, and I just don't like it at all. I'm like, you know what? When I look at some people, like, you look like them, but did they clone you and put someone else's brain inside you? Because like, you know what? You doesn't sound right. Doesn't sound like the normal stuff that most people would say. Yeah, sorry about that. But the reason why I'm looking down is because I was making sure I haven't got any like bits on the floor. Because yeah, I hate it when you like Hoover, you like clean your bedroom or clean what clean whichever room you're in, and after you hoovered, you still see bits on the carpet. You're like, oh, for fuck's sake. So yeah. But anyway, I think I will call this vlog an end. I've enjoyed my holiday and enjoyed having a little bit of a break from making videos on YouTube. I don't know when I'll next make another vlog or another video, but rest assured, I'm doing all right. I'm doing a lot better than what I was. In fact, I'm a hell of a lot better now. I think taking the break was good for my well-being. I needed a break, otherwise, I would have been more stressed, which I don't want. I don't think anyone wants to be stressed anyway. So anyway, I will call it an end here, and I hope to see you all very soon. I hope you all have a great day, and all I can say to you is stay safe. And remember, don't get too shit faced, unless you want to. That's your choice. Bye bye.